Hello and welcome to the Newton British Academy Barwa Spotlight podcast, where we will be celebrating a success story of our very own Dr. Jumana Awar, one of our NBA Barwa alumna. I am your host, Tatum Julies, the Deputy Principal at Newton British Academy, and I am thrilled to have you here today to speak about your recent success and also leading up to it. Can you just introduce yourself to us, Jumana?
Thank you so much for having me here today. My name is Dr. Jumana Awad. I just graduated from Qatar University with a Doctor of Dental Medicine degree as part of the first batch to graduate from Qatar. I'm also a very proud NBA graduate, class of 2019. And I'm just really, really excited to be here today, not only to shed light on what I've been doing so far, but also to hopefully inspire students who are currently studying at NBA that you get to your goal at some point and that everything that they're working for now will pay off in the future, inshallah.
Thank you, Jumana, and I am sure that all of our students are looking forward to listening to you. All right, so you have graduated, but this is not just any graduate sitting here across the table from me. You've graduated top 5 in your class. So just tell us a little bit about your achievements and the process up to your graduation.
So basically, we studied, it was a 6-year program, including the internship program, like internship year at the end. I graduated first on my class, like with a cumulative GPA.
That's impressive.
Thank you. I also graduated with 2 academic merits. The first one being top 5 in the comprehensive exam, which is an exam we set at the end of the dental school journey, let's say, that includes almost all the theory that we've been learning so far. I also got a top 5 exit case in pediatrics. So this is basically a graduation, let's say graduation project. So we have a case that we work on comprehensively. We treat all we address all their needs, and then we present it to external examiners. Mm-hmm. So I was able to get a merit in both these
all right.
concepts.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. There's something that I want to ask you about, and that is being honored by Sheikh Jawahir.
Yeah.
Just explain to me, how did that moment feel?
Oh my, it was unbelievable. It was surreal. At that moment, I felt like all the hard work paid off. Like all these 6 years of hard work, sacrifices, and just growth had finally paid off. They were like short 5-10 seconds, but they felt like like I had like flashbacks during the recognition, and I think it's something that I will carry with me forever.
And I'm sure that your
thing.
family is immensely proud of you. I know that as NBA and school, we are proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. And now I just want to ask you as well, what inspired you to pursue dentistry?
So during high school, secondary in general, I was interested in healthcare as a whole, like as a concept, helping others, patient care, improving people's quality of life. However, dentistry specifically stood out to me because it also includes the hands-on part, which is something I really like. I like working with my hands a lot. So it just was a perfect blend of the sciences that I like to study and also the hands-on practice. And as undergraduates, we do a lot of procedures, a lot of invasive procedures that not many schools allow their students to do. We work directly with patients. You see real results in real time. You improve people's quality of life from early years. So all these things made me like, okay, I will enjoy dentistry, not just studying it to like get the title of a doctor, but actually enjoy what I'm doing. So that's why I went for it.
And everything is more enjoyable when you are passionate about it.
Exactly.
All right. Now, here at NBA, you are fondly remembered for being an academic student. What is your fondest memory attending NBA? Is there anything in particular that brings back memories or that stands out to you?
I actually have 2 memories. One of them was a bit scarier than the other, but my first one was in year 11. No, actually, beginning of year 12. We had just gone back to school. We just finished our IGCSE exams over the summer. And then I get called to the principal's office, which is something I've never been done before, like has never been done before. And I was so confused, like, why is the principal calling me? I haven't done anything. I just came back from my holiday. And then he hands me over a certificate which says highest mark in Qatar in chemistry. And I was so confused. I was like, what is this? He said, you got the highest mark in Qatar in chemistry, the IGCSE exam you just sat. I was like, no way, no way. And then I started crying of happiness. I remember going to Mr. Becca, who was my chemistry teacher at that time. And she started crying. Everyone started crying. So it was an emotional one for me. And then later in year 12, after I finished my AS exams, I also got a certificate from Pearson Edexcel for my AS grades. They recognized me as a high achiever in Qatar, and they sent also a golden medal, which I still have it up on my wall until now. So these two moments, I feel like I would never forget. These were moments where I felt like, okay, I spent too much time in school, studying, working, and these two certificates or recognitions made it all worth it.
I can just imagine. Let's go back to going to the principal in the first place, the moment of anxiety overfilling you, and then the overwhelming news of saying that you got the top marks in the whole of Qatar. That is an achievement. Well, now, would you say that your education at Newton British Academy was the springboard to the success you've achieved? How do you think that NBA molded you into where your education led you?
I always say this even to my parents. I feel like NBA helped a lot to shape the person I am today. I didn't just learn like subjects or academics. I learned a lot on a personal level. How to be I learned discipline, how to be punctual, how to be professional, how to speak to adults, how to work hard, what it takes to be a successful person. I feel like specifically my year group, we were more of a family rather than just a classroom and teachers. So a lot of times I remember I would go up to my teachers, talk to them about my struggles, ask for help. They would give me advices on life in general, how to deal with anything that can come my way, not just academics. So I feel like, yes, NBA gave me the foundation, and a very strong foundation onto which I was able to build my other skills later on during dental school. But definitely I learned a lot in NBA, and it shaped the person I am today.
Oh, thank you. That's really good for us to know. Something you said there about a sense of family. That's still everything that we do here is to build that strong sense of community.
Yes.
Now, if you had here 11s or 6 formers looking to pursue dentistry, or just an encouraging word for anyone going into the next steps of their education, what message do you have for them?
I would tell them to just trust the process. At the beginning, it seems very difficult. It seems very complicated, like IGCSE exams, multiple papers, and then you go on to year 12, more exams. But just trust the process. Set your goals ahead of you. Don't lose focus of these goals. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to struggle sometimes, but just remember why you're doing this in the first place. As long as you have a goal and as long as you have purpose, it makes everything better and puts everything into place. And I wish them the best of luck. And it will be over soon, don't worry.
Yeah, I think everyone will enjoy listening to that last part. It will be over soon. But like everything, there are obstacles, and it's what you put in place and overcoming it that is what makes or breaks it at the end of the day.
Exactly.
What challenges did you face personally, and how did you overcome it?
During dental school, I feel my biggest challenge was trying to balance so many things in my life. Trying to balance my social life, trying to balance my studies, And then later on, when we went to clinics, for example, and we started dealing with patients, I had to also look at that. So at some days, I felt torn between so many things. Like, I wanted to enjoy and go out, and I also had deadlines to do, and I also had patients to prepare for. So I felt like this was my main challenge, trying to manage all aspects of my life and not lose myself into the degree. But then 6 years is more than enough time to start building the skill to manage your time properly, to manage your aspects properly, learn when to sacrifice, learn when to say no, for example. So I think these were my main challenges. However, I felt towards the end of my dental school, I was able to adapt to it better. So
Okay. 6 years is a long time.
Very.
And I can hear that you have developed skill sets over time with ensuring that you stay committed and get through it. Now, motivation, sometimes it is intrinsic, but others would also need extrinsic motivation. For yourself, what would you say was the key motivation for you in the 6-year period? What was the carrot at the end that kept you going?
I would say it was mainly the patients that I was treating. Seeing them, getting feedback from them. I remember many patients who came with extreme pain. They couldn't sleep for 3 days, for example. They couldn't eat. They couldn't do anything. And then they spent a couple of hours with me. I listened to them. I addressed their problem. I tried to treat them the best I can. And then their feedback after is just amazing. These are the things that kept me going throughout the years. Like, yes, I want to make such difference in people's life. I want to improve their quality of life. So I feel like patience and the feedback I got from my patients is what kept me going throughout at least the clinical years.
All right. Now, Jumana, let's bring you back to the hallways of NBA. Okay. If you could give any advice to the younger Dr. Jumana, all right, what would that advice be?
I would tell them that at that point, it's okay to not have it fully figured out. It takes time to know what you want to do exactly. It takes time to get there. It takes time to achieve what you want to do. It takes time to be successful at what you do. So just be patient, give everything its time, put the effort that you need to put, and just know that everything will pay off. It might not pay off immediately, but it will 100% pay off even on the long term.
Okay.
So hang in there.
That's really good advice, and I'm sure lots of our students will be extremely appreciative of those words. Now, what are your dreams and what are your next steps? Where are we going beyond Qatar University and being newly graduated?
For now, I graduated with my degree. I can work as a general practitioner right now. So I'm planning on doing this for a couple of years. And then I actually want to continue my post-graduation education and specialize into orthodontics, which is something I'm looking into right now. And then hopefully at the end of it, I can go back to the university or any university and actually teach. So I also have this a tiny dream on the side to actually go back and teach.
That's fantastic to know that you want to give back in that way. Yeah.
But I think this is more of a long-term dream. For now, I want to focus on practicing more as a general practitioner and also specializing into my dream specialty.
Okay. Now, we have seen a few of your past teachers here at Newton British Academy, and many of them had only positive things to say about you and all their memories of you as a student. Do you have any message that you want to leave with teachers at Newton British Academy?
Of course, these people were my family. My teachers were like my parents. So I just want to thank them so much for all the hard work they put with us, not just me, with my classmates also. All the patients. We were, a lot of times, especially during exams, we were hard to deal with. We were teenagers, like teenagers in general, and also examining. It was a bit difficult to deal with. I want to also thank them for all the advices they gave us. They gave us lifelong advices, not just something to get through year 11 or year 12. I feel like whatever they taught me and the foundation they gave me, still, like, I still have it till this day with me, and I still work on it till this day. So I just want to extremely thank them, and hopefully we all, not just myself, made them proud, made them feel like all their hard work with us from year 8 up to year 12 paid off. And I just hope to meet them again, like keep meeting them again and updating them about my life.
Well, if you return every now and then to come and visit us, you will definitely see the teachers around. And guaranteed, any news that we hear of past students, you can see how teachers light up when they speak about the achievements.
Yes.
So well done, and thank you for sharing your journey with us.
Thank you so much.
All right. When I listen to you, what I hear is persistence, commitment, resilience, and that is at the core of NBA, the foundation that we lay with the students. And it's lovely to see it within you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Now, Jumana, lastly, all right, your family. How did they support you through all of this?
I actually do not know where I would be without my family. My parents, my siblings, some of my friends were my family also. I wouldn't be here without them. I remember during my IGCSEs, I would go every single day. I would go, after I said the exam, I would go cry to my mom. No, it was so hard. It was so hard. I cannot do it anymore. Or if I'm studying, and for example, I remember it was Ramadan, so it was very hard. People would go out and enjoy, and I would sit and study, and it was so difficult for me. And a lot of instances like this. I feel like my parents were the ones who believed in me the most, even when sometimes I doubted myself and I doubted my abilities. And they saw what I have. They saw the vision way before me. And they just kept pushing me to get there. Sometimes, as anyone, working too hard for such a long time, you get tired, you get bored, and I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to go out and enjoy life. But no, they reminded me of why I'm doing this. And I also wanted to be an inspiration to my siblings, my younger siblings. So this also helped me to get to where I am today. So I want to thank them so much.
Yeah. It's known that your parents are your greatest cheerleaders in life, right?
Yeah.
No, it's lovely to hear how you celebrate, how they supported you. All right, Jumana, well, I just want to say thank you for your time and coming to speak with us. And you are always welcome to come back to NBA at any time for a visit. All right. And I'm sure the students would love to see and hear from you in person as well. So that will be our next steps to have you in.
Inshallah. Thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor to be back. And I hope that this podcast would actually inspire students and help them get through, especially now with exams, get them through these hard times. So thank you so much for having me, and hopefully we'll meet again in the future.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.